Hello, everybody, and welcome to the G12 Network, the very best NCAA Football 14 online dynasty around. And who else can introduce the G12 better than me? That's right, the coach. Now, thank you for supporting everybody at G12. Sit back, relax.
Do this thing. Are you ready, sir?
Am I ready? Am I ready?
Watch out.
I'm ready.
Tight. Watch out. He's looking good.
I'm ready. I got my football jersey on. I went old school. I dust this shit off. I was ready to go. I haven't been here for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's me, it's the B-E-A-S-T. And I'm back with the G12 with my main man, John Rob. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. We've missed you, bro. We've missed you so much. It's good to have the heat back, bringing in the beast, coming with the heat, with the energy, which we have missed. We picked up a couple of new guys since you've been gone, I think. But you are the original Mr. Hype Man, so it's good to have you. It's good to have a call with you. I was excited when you were like, hey, I can jump in. And Emix was like, Stokes can have it. I've called a couple of games this week. I was like, let's roll, baby, just like old times.
To the yeah.
So, all right. How much have you been able to watch in the league this season?
Here, before I even start, all right, congratulations to my man, Chuckleberry.
Right, yeah.
I watched that game from start to finish. Who is that man?
He looked good. He didn't have a great week this week. Because I've
called a few of Chuck's games, and man, I'd be here shaking my head. And then when I saw that game, I couldn't leave the screen. I was like, damn, that ain't Chuck. Well, it wasn't even Chuck. I mean, he had a wig on and everything. But hey, that don't matter. He balled out, beat the king of Notre Dame in Yofi.
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely a big upset, right? Like, so something we didn't see coming, but Chuck pulled it out last week. Didn't have a greatest game, like I said earlier this week. Let's talk about tonight. I know you're not surprised to see an undefeated hardcore. We had the privilege together, along with Emix last year, of calling this game between Hardcore and Baker. We're right back, me and you, at it, at the saddle. The two probably arguably best players of the year last year now coming in, one undefeated at 4-0, the other 3-1, coming off a win last week, but had that second week loss to Stoner Gamer, who's been the shocker of the season so far, in my opinion. But a great matchup tonight between last year's championship game. So what are your thoughts on this one? I know you've seen both of these guys play, and what are you expecting tonight?
Hey, I tell it like I see it. If you start well, that again, the first 8 plays defines what that game is going to look like to me. And if Hardcore starts off fresh and gone, let me rephrase that. If Hardcore gets his special teams down on point, good luck in stopping that man. All right, special teams is the key in this game right here. But if Baker can hold that and have consecutive play after play, like just draw it out, make him think, make him work, you'll see a good game between both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Hardcore get out to an early start last year in that championship game, and Baker kind of had to play from behind, but had a really good second half, outscored him in the second half. So we've seen Baker be able to keep up and keep the game close, in that game last year and last season. So he can definitely hang with him. And we've seen this year when he has a good start and he's locked in on offense, Baker is really hard to stop with this offensive power.
Yeah.
When he struggles early, like you were saying, it could be a struggle for the whole game. So hopefully things kick off good for Baker when we see a good game and not a blowout tonight. Because it could go one or two ways. I expect a close game or Hardcore is to blow the doors off. So hopefully we get a close one.
I do believe we will have a close one, but again, it all depends on that first series on both sides. If we see a struggle between both, man, it's going to be a barn burner.
Yeah,
Get your hands out your pockets, boys and girls. It's ball time. Let's go.
Absolutely. So we're at Penn State here. As we're seeing the coin toss. As Pirate loves to determine whether or not who's going to win the coin toss could tell a lot, right? So here we are, and so a tough start already. We got a little bit of connection issue, so we're probably going to have to load it up again and retoss it. So better at the coin toss than, in the third quarter or something. So if we're going to have a connection problem, let it be now and not later, for sure.
Exactly. Have it now until later, because you don't want to be up 21 points and then you have that lost connection. Ooh, you don't want to start that game over again. No. You just throw the controller down, call it a night. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Play again another time.
Exactly.
So we'll see if we can get them connected here. As we thought Baker's camera was going to be down, but it looks... I think it's just a picture of Baker is what Bert was telling us, because he was having some camera issues. So that's if you see Bert not move or Baker not moving, that's because he's not. Okay. So just keep that in mind, guys. He's not stoned. He's not.
No, he's dialed in.
He's
dialed in. He is focused.
Oh, we have his audio.
Okay.
Yeah, hear the audio. No camera, so he's not a statue or anything. So don't be freaked out by that tonight. So we'll see him get loaded up.
It's better to save the bandwidth for the actual game and forget the camera.
Yeah, absolutely.
Production team, Uncle Bert could definitely handle this. He's got skills. Look at that. We didn't have to worry about that. Boom, we got a picture of him right there. Let's get this game rolling. Yeah,
so let's talk about this a little bit more since we got a little extra time here, Stokes. Yeah. What are you expecting out of Hardcore and Hardcore offensively, and kind of what are you expecting out of Baker offensively? I know you said you're expecting Baker hopefully to have to control the ball down the field and get in the hurry up when he gets in the right offense. Are you? What do you think about this Ohio State defense going up against this difficult to stop Penn State offense?
Well, here's the thing. With me, Hardcore, as you know, is one of the best, if not the best, in this league. So my way of playing against him is playing away from him. So if he's going to be using that linebacker, throw it to the other side, because he has great user skills, right? So you have to play against his weakness. So if he's on that blitzing side, that outside linebacker, know that you're going to have to either flip the play or do something really quick to get away from that, because again, his reaction time is just amazing, as well as throwing the ball. Don't be trying to throw deep passes against this guy, because he can turn into a corner and take it off real quick. So
absolutely. Yeah.
On the other side, again, with Baker trying to stop now Hardcore, he does a lot of the rollout stuff. So you have to contain the quarterback. So you have to contain his quarterback. So if he does roll out, know that you have him in that little box, and it's up to your corners and your safety to actually make a play. So hopefully he has the secondary to stop any errant passes. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's the way to stop Hardcore in my book.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. And definitely the edges have been a telltale sign, right? Like, it's been tough to stop his running backs, especially on the edge. He has able to get big E-Migs, the quarterback, as well, in some scrambles. On the other end of that, we haven't seen Baker roll out as much as we had seen last year. He's kind of done a better job of that. Probably has improved that more than anywhere, as they've kind of completely reloaded to see if they can get a better connection here, guys.
Okay. But I'm real quick, guys. I'm sharing two screens. The live screen is you guys talking. I'm sharing my preview screen so you can see if they get it loaded or not. I got to run upstairs. I just wanted you to know you've got two screens, okay? But you're live, but you've got eyes on the game.
Right. Yeah. So, kind of getting some producer inside info there. So we're going to keep an eye on it, be able to see the load screen, see where they're at with that, as you see us live. So we got an eye on that. You don't have to click back and forth between the streams to see where they're at. So they're just kind of in the load menu right now to kind of give you an idea. So the other part of that is, like I said, Baker's really improved his offense. He's really utilizing the run game a lot. So that could be a key, that we haven't talked about yet, is who can stop each other's running game. We know that both of these guys can run the ball successfully. So which defense can stop the run early? Which team is going to have, you mentioned that, success on the special teams, right? Especially kick returns. We've seen both of these guys be able to return kick returns, have dynamic guys back there at the kick return. We know no matter where Hardcore is going to get the ball on a kickoff, he's going to take it out unless it's out of the back of the end zone, right? So
I think as well, again, as much as everybody wants to make a play with their user, they need to kind of trust in their AI to make plays as well. Because I've seen a few players, be it this season and last season, who click on their defender too early, taking him out of the play, and giving up that big play. So again, try to gauge when you should take over your team to give yourself the best advantage. I mean, I know a lot of people like to use the linebacker, sit back in the zone and so forth, and attack or whatnot. But sometimes you don't need that guy. Sometimes you pull that guy out of position, and boom, there goes that dig, or there goes that hook, or whatever, right? Sometimes you might want to switch up and be a safety and sit there and watch the show, and let's see what's going on. Sometimes you should be the D lineman, put in some pressure. Always mix it up. I always say mix it up. Make your user always be on their toes, because again, if they get used to you playing with one player, that's it. That's a wrap, man. They can just pick you apart.
Yeah, I definitely go away from your user, right? And I think you said it perfectly. A lot of times, especially on these long runs, it's you want to chase the play almost with your user, and you pull guys out of position. You accidentally dive, pulls a guy completely out of position, and then instead of a 15-yard gain, it's a 65-yard gain.
Exactly.
And we saw that last week a lot with both Hardcore and Thrizzy in their game. Both, both were trying to tackle each other, and it was difficult when they were trying to use their tackle. So, and both of those guys are really good defensively with their user. So you just never know what's going to happen. So, I think you're right. You got to. Ira would say that try to stay on your user and get back into play with the user that you picked. I like that. We haven't seen a lot of that, of people mixing up the guys on defense, especially, right? Using your middle linebacker, using your safety. I think we've seen guys be successful in defense who can do that. I think of Thrizzy, who uses the safeties as well as the middle linebacker. Hardcore, we've seen that cornerback, middle linebacker, and safety as well. So those defensive guys you don't know where they're going to use her all the time.
Exactly. And again, that keeps it keeps that offense on their toes. So if you're seeing, again, just if I was playing, I play a lot of Madden and so forth. So if I see a user who's a really good user, be on the D end, he's on the left side or whatever, I know, okay, he's good at that position. I'm going to try to change my play away from it. Same with the linebacker. If I see him in the linebacker position, even in the middle linebacker on a 4-3 defense, there's a lot of lurking that they can do. So again, you try to throw away from that. So you throw outs or throw hooks or whatever just to stay away, and so forth. So it changes how you call your plays. So you always have to be kind of 3 steps ahead, because you have to make sure, A, who's he usering, B, what play call am I going to do, and 3, what type of audible I'm going to call if I see something that's freaking too hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're dead on. We kind of lost Hardcore stream here for a second, so I don't know what's going on with that. I'll check Baker's out, but Hardcore looks like he went off. You can kind of look at it. We're trying to pull up Baker's as well. Yeah, I don't know if that was a joke in chat or not, guys. So I would imagine he's not stealing CVS's Wi-Fi, quickly, but knowing Hardcore, he's at home, so he's not on the road. We know that for sure. So maybe he's just trying to reconnect everything here.
Fresh start. That's what we'll do. Fresh start.
And kind of see where we're at. So, yeah, I've got to kind of put my, I wasn't prepared for this, but let's, were you able to catch any games so far this week, Stokes?
I I have. I caught the.
I'm going to give you guys the standings, and you can go through them and talk about, and that'll give you something to talk about. Let me put them up for you. Here you go.
Yeah, so Bert's going to get us some standings up, and we're going to talk about those this week of the games that we've seen as I think about that. So you can see here Penn State first, obviously undefeated at 4-0, has yet to have a league game and will not have a league game tonight. So still no games for him in the SEC. Clemson at 4-1, 1-0 in the conference. Oklahoma State 3-2. And that will be St. Breezus. And then Chuck, who we mentioned, 1-3, got that big win over Yofi, unfortunately out of conference, but still a big win for him. D's, the brothers, both at 1-3, and then Nasty Natty at 1-5, 0-1. So let's kind of go through that. What would you say at this point is the shocker for you, Stokes?
In terms of shock, actually, the bottom two right there, D's and Nasty Natty at the bottom of the list there of their conference there. It's kind of shocking because I've seen both of them play. I mean, I've watched these for months now, and I know that he's a better player than that record shows. But again, sometimes competition gets the better of you. Well, not even competition. Sometimes the game gets to you, and you overdo things. For whatever reason. The same with Nasty Natty. I mean, I've seen him play. He can ball out. So for him to see him at 1-5 is a shocker to me. A shocker.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit surprising, right, to see those guys at the bottom for me. Stoner's had a really good season, but yeah, I would agree with that. I didn't expect those guys to be in the kind of slump that they're in, but they've been in close games, right? Like Nasty's been in some close games. D's just kind of had a road at it, but you just got to keep plugging away. Now we see the other league a lot more smashed together right here in the Big Ten, right? So we've got Yofi and Thrizzy kind of tied up at 4-3 overall. Yofi 1-1 in the conference. Then in kind of Ohio State and Baker at 3-1.
Right.
Probably a little bit better record, just doesn't have that extra game. He can get that and go 4-1 tonight and then be in the top of the league. Once again, no conference games for him yet. Kaz kind of right there in the middle, 2-4, and then Unk, who's kind of took over after 0-2, has now got Texas back to 2-2, and then a big win for Rocky Top, sitting at 1-3. So if we kind of go back through this week, I haven't been able to catch as much as I usually do from week to week, just due to some personal circumstances. It's been a busy week for me, life-wise. So, we kind of look back at those. Those are kind of the standings. And anything stand out to you there? As far as
the dark horse to me right there is Uncle Sam's Rejects, who I've watched multiple times. I play with him in a few other games, and I know his competitive nature. So for him now to turn that team around from 0-2 to 2-2, it's going to be scary for those guys at the top because he can ball out, and he doesn't mince words either. He will take it to you, because he's a competitor. He has a decent team with Texas. I don't oversee or don't overlook the other guys at the top, but again, that dark horse right there. Look for Texas to make some moves and get into the top two by probably within the next 3 games. He'll be in the top 2, if not top 1. We'll see.
Yeah, I think he really has a shot to go on a run. We kind of talked about that. There haven't been a lot of league games at this point. You kind of saw that in the standings. I mean, just a few guys are 1-0 or 1-1 or 0-0, right? So plenty of room to move up your league standings and get in that championship game at the end of the year. And then, so there's plenty of room to come up. And when we talk about guys like these, having a little bit disappointing of a year, Rocky having a little bit maybe disappointing for him as he was kind of maybe going on the most difficult streak he's had, I think, in user games. Kind of get off that slide and get some wins. They've got plenty of time to go on a run and move up the board. So, we saw Monday night, we saw Thrizzy take out D's pretty handily. It seemed like at first, and then D's kind of got back in the game late, right? He got a pick 6, put him back in the game. I was able to catch some of the VOD on that one.
And before I was watching that game, and again, I was in the main G12 network stream, and I was watching. I'm like, man, this is not D's. I mean, this is not D's. Again, I don't want to put favorites in there, but I'm like, man, this is not D's. So I went in there. I went into his chat. I started blowing up his chat. I said, boy, you better play some grown man football. And what happened? Something happened. The fumble, boom.
Yeah.
That turned the game around. I'm like, all right. And if it wasn't, again, you had the trust in your AI. If it wasn't for a missed pick, that game would have been totally upside down. Upside down.
Yeah.
And I was throwing my hat. I was like, man, that was it right there. That's how these can get back out of this rut. That one play. But again, it was a great game. It was a slight blowout at the beginning, but that fight all the way back, man, I was proud to see that because I knew D's can play better than what we saw in that game. So that was a great one of my favorites, actually. It was a very exciting game. Even the commentary in the game was just so excited at the turnaround. I mean, they were just flabbergasted that the game was going that way, and then all of a sudden it turned around on a dime, and then poof, D's is back in that game. I mean, yeah, man. That's D's right there. That's the team right there. So,
yeah, absolutely. It was really good defensively. You know what I mean? Like they had a good defensive battle. It just came out short. So we went on another great game. Bitter end was Nasty and Stoner came down to the end. That was a wild one, a field goal to win it. So week after week, we're seeing these crazy close games. We are maybe getting started up here. Hardcore is back on streaming again. They're loading up, so we're getting close, guys. It feels like, hopefully, and maybe everything got reset with Hardcore there, and we're on the loading screen. So getting close. Here's now we're back to the kick. We can get this thing going.
Good to go. Are we having some foosball now?
I think so. So we'll see. So far, this will be the third coin toss. It's kicked us out twice after the coin toss. So that's where we're at. And Bert, if it's us that we're looking at instead of the game, just an FYI.
We gotta
switch screen.
Content view to grid view. There you go. All right, here we go. Kickoff's off. Here we go. It's game time.
Yeah, and it's going to be Ohio State with the return, and we talked about the good return, so it's going to be a 31-yard one for Fleming, and a good start for Ohio State. So it looks like maybe finally we're underway after we kind of get reset here. We're only 22 minutes behind, guys. Not terrible. We've had worse, right?
Now, like I say, everybody, like I tell people, man, the first series kind of dictates how you're going to tackle this game.
Right, and that's what we talked about. Both of these guys have high-powered offense.
Exactly.
How are they going to – we know they're going to have to try to stop the run here today. It's going to be 1st and 10. I think Rocky mentioned it. It is raining. That's going to be a little extra wrinkle in today's game. No excuses. They both got to deal with it, and it's going to be Reaper early on with a 4-yard run. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
I like
that's going to be a hurry up.
He's going hurry up. Now, hopefully, if he goes hurry up, he has a game plan. Just going hurry up for the sake of going hurry up won't help you. So hopefully he knows what he's going to be doing here.
Yeah, and he's utilized this a lot this year, and it's really worked out. It's going to be a rollout here for Drew Lock, a.k.a. Fields, and it's going to be a 2-yard loss. So a good entertainment there, nowhere for Drew Lock to go, and it's going to be 3rd and 9.
And again, that's gonna hurt him right now. 3rd and 9. He didn't really challenge the defense at this moment, and you know, he's going to be protecting that line now. Let's see if he can get in. Even if he gets another 5 yards, this will show some face that, hey, I can move this ball. So we'll see.
Absolutely. It's going to be a drop back again out of the shotgun. It's going to be a quick throw, but it's going to be 2 yards short, so it's going to be a 3 and out here for Ohio State on their first drive. Did
you notice the blitz? Did you notice the user blitz? See what I mean? He went in hard because he says, you know what? I'm going to make him think. And he almost got that sack. So, again, hopefully Baker remembers that come 3rd down and whatever. he should slide his catching or whatnot.
Absolutely force him into a quick throw there. Had to throw it short of the first down. Wasn't able to break the tackle. Ended up being a 3-and-out. So it's going to be a punt for Ohio State. So early win for Penn State defensively, and it's going to be Naki Jordan nowhere to go. Only a 1-yard return. Great coverage there by Ohio State.
Great coverage. That's what you have to. You have to stop that man on special teams. Even if you just pop it in the air so he can't make a play, do that. Because he gets that ball, that man is dangerous on special teams. So now Hardcore is on offense. We know what he can do on on defense. I want to know what Baker can do against his offense. This is what I would like to see here. This is the challenge right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where we might see the big difference. Can Baker get stops on defense? Can he shut down this running game with Nike Jordan?
Exactly.
And these other stable of running backs? No flex bone to start off today for Hardcore. It's going to be that double run. It's going to be E-Migs right up the middle on the quarterback sneak for 5 yards. So a different look to start off. We've seen him in the flex bone try to get the corners, but a little different wrinkle to start off the game.
He's changing it up on purpose now. He's probably been hearing the podcast. I mean, the show right now. I'm thinking, hey, you know what? He's going to throw a wrinkle in what he's usually doing. So he's going to make Baker think. And that's what you have to do. You can't be predictable all the time. You got to know who you're challenging. You got to know who you're playing. So he must know his strengths.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows he's come out in that flex bone, run something a little bit different this week. So now 2nd and 5. So very similar situation that Baker was in. We'll see if he can win the second down. But no, Naka Jordan, a lot of pressure.
Wow. That is some great defense. He got pressure right off the snap.
Right off the snap. So third and long for Ohio State as well.
This is going to be weird. I mean, it's 3rd and a bit. We'll call it 3rd and medium, almost 3rd and long. And he's going hurry up. Pull the man off the line.
Looks like it's going to be a run early. Going to maybe try to get Baker to switch it up. Pull some people out of the box. Naki Jordan breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle.
Look at this.
Breaks another tackle. Now he's
My goodness.
He's going to be close to the 50.
This man is eating his Wheaties today. Jeez.
Yeah, we've seen it all year. 2 runs now, 8-yard average on that big one, down to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
Nike Jordan there. Well done. Way to keep that drive alive. Now, Baker now has to make a stop. He knows he can run that ball. Hopefully, again, he can stop him on the inside. He's been running inside runs all the time so far.
Absolutely, and that's just the danger of Nike Jordan. Tough guy to bring down. It's going to be a read option, but he's going to hand it off to Jordan up the middle. It's going to only be 2 yards there. Once again, good defense by Ohio State. But he was able to run on that 3rd down and long. Maybe took him a little bit by surprise with the run. It looked like he had a chance to get it stopped, but didn't. And now Hardcore off and rolling now ball to the 45 on the 2nd and 8.
Now I do believe Hardcore is going to keep on running it until he sees something different. I could be wrong right now. Yep.
It's going to be a throw. It's going to be an out route. It's going to be a good break up there by the cornerback, making it 3rd and long again.
That was a tough route, and also the rain is a factor. I would have kept on running it until Baker stopped the run short. So again, he took a risk there. Now again, it's 3rd and 8. Yes, he can run that ball, but I think Baker's going to be ready for it now, and he's going to stuff the middle. He might even pinch and stop a Hardcore with the run. So let's see if
it's Hardcore in one of these situations where, even if he gets stopped to 4th and short, is he going to go for it, being past the 50? But it doesn't have to worry about that. It's going to be a throw to Naki Jordan. It's going to be a 14-yard reception for the 1st down, Stokes.
He needs to play man defense right now. He needs to play man defense.
Hurry up again, right? So we're seeing the hurry up off these successful plays. Still lined up in that flex bone.
He needs to man up. He can't play that short. The short cover 2. He's gonna eat him up, and he also has that. Oh,
it's gonna be fake pitch. Can't get it off. Great pitcher again. Pressure right up the middle there, Stokes.
Yep, and that's how you throw Hardcore off his game. You gotta give him different looks. You gotta give him that pressure. A lot of people like to sit around in a zone and let him work you. You have to work him. Make him make the adjustments. Don't let him adjust you. Right? You have to make him work.
Absolutely. So ball at the 41-yard line, now 2nd and long here for Hardcore and Penn State. Ohio State trying to get a stop, maybe force a field goal or force a punt here if he can get a negative loss. So it's going to be a handoff. It's going to be read option. It's going to be E-Migs, and it's going to be good stick move to the left, and it's going to be a big pickup, 22 yards there for big E-Migs.
Run, E-Migs, run. Woo. All right.
So got him on the read option. Fooled me a little bit. It looked like it was going to be a handoff right up the middle again, and that time E-Mix kept it on the read option.
Fooled me. He definitely fooled me.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now for Penn State. Checking off. A lot of checkoffs, but is he really doing anything? That's the question you have to ask yourself. He's going to go deep to the end zone to Peacock, and it's going to be a touchdown. Penn State, early touchdown on the first drive. Stokes, you talked about how's it going to go early. It was a 3-and-out for Ohio State and a touchdown now for Penn State.
Like I said, you dictate their game from that beginning series. You got to know what you're seeing. What are they bringing to the dance? And right now, Hardcore, as we always know, he always brings some offense. He had a few lucky breaks with Nike Jordan with that run, but I mean that's Hardcore. I mean he relies on his squad to produce, and they did. They're up 7-0. Now
it was that 3rd and long where he broke a couple of tackles and ended up getting about 12 yards on the run. Now it's going to be a return for Ohio State. Gets a little bit of room, not much. Can't quite get to the 20. It looks like here going to be stopped a little bit short as Fleming. So now ball about the 17-yard line. So once again, a long field to go here for Baker. Unfortunately, we can't see any of his reaction, guys, as he's stone cold locked in. It's just a picture of Baker there. So I'll get freaked out if he's not moving. Unfortunately, we can't see the emotion on Baker
this is where I would challenge. This is where I would challenge the outside linebackers here and run to the outside. See what happens. Boom.
Absolutely, it's going to be that read option, but it's going to be a give to Reaper up the middle, only 2 yards here. So 2nd and 8. So both these guys trying to run up the middle. We've seen early on 2nd down them get the stops, Baker included. Hardcore was able to convert the long 3rd downs. That 1 3rd down for Baker, he wasn't able to get it. But pretty good rush defense so far by both these guys.
Definitely. I mean, he's definitely getting challenged. So hopefully, again, this is where I would think you would challenge the passing game now.
Yeah, can he get it going with Fields? We know he can run. Is he going to be able to throw? And as we speak about it, he steps back.
Dot right there. There's
an 8-yard dot. Say 1st and 10 Penn or Ohio State. Excuse me.
Beautiful. Now again, make Hardcore think. Now again, what I would do, grown man football, run that ball again. Run that ball, but I would honestly run it to the outside. He has the inside kind of stacked, and as you can see, he's using that outside linebacker or that safety. Look at that blitz. Boom.
Blitz again, and that time he eats it up in the backfield. No gain for Reaper on the 1st down run. So nothing going for Baker 1st down runs. He had that first possession. He did get a pretty good gain, about 6 yards, but then lost it back with the quarterback rollout. But this drive so far, 2 runs on 1st down, only 2 yards.
And here's what I mean. The best way to avoid the aggressive front 7. There's my goodness.
And that is almost an interception. So maybe forced on there on 2nd and long. 2 guys over there for the pick. Hardcore a little sick to his stomach that he didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Almost lost his lunch there, and Baker can kind of wipe the brow off, the sweat off his brow, and just move on to the next play.
The best thing for an aggressive to attack an aggressive defense is a screen. So if he can, his next series, if he can definitely
drop back, and this time enough drop interception.
Again.
There by the safety.
See, Hardcore is shocked. Again, those are guaranteed picks.
Yeah.
In any other situation, guaranteed picks.
And that's why they put those guys on defense and not on offense, right, Stokes? But again, it's going to be a 3rd down, 4th and 10. So can't get that 3rd down conversion this time. It's going to force another punt. Once again, seen Baker go down. It's not starting great for Baker, but can he keep his composure and stay in the game? He talked about that if he goes down early. Not to try to get it all at once. And that's going to be tested right here. Nike Jordan breaks a couple of tackles. Going to be an 11-yard return. And good field position again for Penn State.
If Baker can hold his water right here and keep Hardcore from breaking this open, he still has a chance. Again, it's still early. It is still early. It's still the first quarter. You never call the game in the first quarter. You play 4 quarters of football. So let's see if he can make a stop. I mean, his key guy right now is stopping 25. Nike Jordan, and so you stop him, you might have a chance.
Absolutely. It's going to be a play action rollout to E-Miggs. He's going to drop it off to Skeeter, and it's going to be close to a 1st down. It's going to be 10-yard pickup. They're going to give him the first down there. So a little bit of a favorable spot. Looked like it might have been about a yard short, but they're going to give it to him. So there's that home cooking, as they say, with the spot. But I think we'll definitely take it. And it's going to be quick back to the line here for Penn State.
And again, they're going to run that ball off to the edge, I think. It might be, read off. There you go. Beautiful stop. Again, great stop.
Right up the middle, nothing going there. So yards are coming tough up the middle there. We haven't really seen him test too much of the edges yet for Baker. Yeah. So maybe a little bit of surprise there.
I am a bit surprised. He's staying in between the tackles. So now this should be interesting right here. See what happens. I think
he's going to go empty backfield. Going to be a little play action. It's going to be to Javion Goat, and it's going to be a curl 20-yard gain. And Javion Goat there has been big for him all season, and there's his first reception for the day, and it's going to be a 20-yard pickup.
You know what I saw there? Maybe again it's the weather or whatnot, but I think Baker should actually go conservative because he's not making tackles. Like, they're not tackling, they're bouncing off him. So if he goes conservative, lets the AI actually secure their tackles, he should be in a better spot.
Absolutely, it's going to be a screen here, and can he get to the outside? He's going to be close. It's a defensive. And comes back and makes a tackle. So only 3-yard pickup. It was going to be a lot more. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a lot more, but he stretched it out, was able to get the defense over there and get the tackle. So a good play there by Ohio State, but you can see the wheels on Nike Jordan there for sure, can't you, Stokes?
That was great.
Stomped on a dime, but it didn't get him much.
That's true. Okay.
So 2nd and 7 here. It looks like it's going to be another pass maybe by Hardcore. Like a screen again, so unless he changes it up, and he likes the defense. So lots of audibles, lots of changes.
Making them think. Great stop. Again, another great stop by Baker.
Yeah, only 2 yards this time for Nike Jordan. Really plugging up the middle. He's almost taunting him to run that buck sweep on him on the corner and try to get to the edge. But we haven't seen it yet. So again, shotgun, hurry up. 3rd and 4 this time. In field goal range.
Again, this is where you gotta play. You gotta play cover 2 right now. Cover the line. It's 3rd and 4. It's short. So you gotta sit tight, hold your water, and make a play.
It's gonna step back. It's gonna get Peacock open, and it's gonna be close to first down. It looked like he was gonna kind of move himself out of the play, but was able to pick up a couple there. After that, it's going to be a 9-yard reception for Drew Peacock, and it's going to be 1st down and 10, close to the 10-yard line. And that'll do it for the first quarter, Stokes. And it's a close one, 7-0, but Penn State driving for sure.
I do believe that, again, Baker's playing some great ball right now. He's just got to stay the course. And there it is. Break it open. Touchdown.
It's the curl out this time to Peacock, right? So we saw it from Jadeveon Goat on the right side there with the 20-yard reception. This time it's Peacock again. He's utilizing Peacock a lot on that left side. Breaks the tackle, gets in the end zone, and now it's 14-0. So this is the danger zone that we're talking about.
Great stop. My goodness.
Oh,
That's the first time I've seen that.
That's going to be a blocked field goal. And
that is huge.
So that could be huge later on.
That is huge.
In this game, as we're going to watch this replay again. Kind of got it right off the edge, just screamed off the edge and blocked the extra point. You don't see that often.
Beautiful. Well done.
So Fleming on the return again, trying to get to the edge. Still nothing. Go ahead. What were you saying, Stokes?
No, I said that's what you do to turn. You got to get something to change your momentum right now. He's down 13-0, and that big block could change the way he plays now. Hopefully it starts the engines and starts him going right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely right. And then that could come back to factor in if he can get a touchdown here, hold hardcore, and then get another touchdown and go up. I mean, that's all it could take here. So it's going to be a first-down pass, and it's going to be a completion to the tight end. And just a great fit it right in between the zone. 3 guys up there. Not sure how he fit it in.
Dot in the middle right there.
And he's going to go hurry up here.
That's a good call. I would run it right up the gut, though.
Hardcore kind of moving the linebackers around. He is going to be
going to the outside. 76. The
lineman kind of got in his way. Only gave him 4 yards.
Yeah, if that lineman could have moved a bit faster, he would have got at least that first down. And again, same thing. Use what works. If he's going to sit in that cover 2, cover 3, run up the gut. He's only got 3 down linemen.
Absolutely, it's going to be a step back this time. He gets him with the curl route, and it's going to be a completion and a first down for Ohio State this time. So, once again, another big pickup here on these curl routes. These guys are wearing it out, Stokes.
They're going tit for tat right now. Now, I do believe Baker is giving him a piece of his own medicine right now. Ooh, that's a big risk there.
Yeah, he's going to run Drew Lock. Was
that a read option, or was that just a direct?
It looked like just kind of like a direct quarterback run. He sent the guy in motion, then all the everything went that way. So it looked like it was just kind of like a quarterback sweep there out of the shotgun.
Yeah,
Hardcore ate that up, nothing on the edge.
Yeah, that's tough to go through right there. Again, I would be running. There's that running back right there. Oh,
the one-handed grab. He's going to get to the edge
with some style.
Snag, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. So a great 2nd and 11 call there for Ohio State with that snag. And here we go. It's going to be another hurry up for Ohio State as we catch that replay with that one-hand snag of that drag route across the middle to Olave, and it's going to be 3rd and 2 here.
Let's see again. 3rd and 2. Running up.
Bringing the safety in close. It's going to be a drop back. Phil's got plenty of time. Sees a little bit of room to first down.
Great call. He saw nothing. He didn't force it. He took it up the gut. He was at least going to get a yard, if not 2, and he got the first down. Great call there by Baker. Well done.
Absolutely. Just didn't see what he wanted right away. Saw the opening in the middle. Took it with Drew Lock, a.k.a. Fields, and picks up the first down. So here we go. 1st and 10 now. Baker moving the ball. Exactly what he needed.
There's his running back. Oh, he's taking it.
Keep it with Draga. It's going to be a fumble.
Oh my goodness.
Turnover change.
There, and he coughs it up.
Oh my goodness. I know Baker is sick to his stomach right now because he had everything. Although he had the running back out there, he could have took it. I mean, it's tough. You're in the rain. Holding the ball is tough sometimes.
Man,
I
think
that's harder.
I think that was his 3rd quarterback run. Probably a little bit tired there.
Probably.
Yeah, like I said, I think Baker's going to be sick, and this is going to be Lambert Smith wide open.
Yep, he went for the guts. So he's got to hold his composure now. He's got to hold his composure and stay back in his zone because now Hardcore sees blood in the water, and he's a shark. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to attack. So again, he's going to do the same thing and get at him. Watch for the curl route.
Vertically now. Another
great defense.
Great defense. Pressure. Couldn't quite get to him, and Emig is going to be able to throw it away. So that would have been a huge loss. Once again,
that right now. I applaud that.
Hardcore lucky maybe to escape not giving up a sack there.
Most definitely. Again, that's how you kind of bounce back. He gave up a big play. He sat back. He said, "Whoa, you know what? We don't want this getting out of hand. Let's get back and get him in the backfield." And he did.
Yeah. So Rocky, to answer your question in the chat there, it was a fumble. Fields, Drew Lock kind of scrambled.
Great pressure.
Got the first down and fumbled the ball. So that's how Penn State's got the ball back here. And it's going to be a completion again to Peacock. So Peacock having a big game today. We've seen Jadavian Goat have big games, and right now we're seeing Peacock have them.
I don't know if Baker's playing cover 3, but if he was playing cover 3, those lovely corner routes would be taken care of. But again, he must know what he's calling for the team that he has. So let's see if he can make a play now. Here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be, once again, this flex bone. It's going to be a handoff to Ford this time, and this time he's going to pick up 5. So kind of maybe starting to get closer to the edge, using that flex bone. Not seeing a lot of it today so far. Of course, not had to go to that flex bone much today. We've seen him use it in spurts, but a lot of shotgun. Here we are in the shotgun again. This time, two tight ends.
There's challenge the outside now.
Now he gets to the outside and gets a first down. So Baker's really got to be upset with himself. He was moving the ball really well with a chance to get back in this game. Gives up the fumble, kind of that fluky fumble, but we know what it does in this game. You run too many quarterback runs, and it's going to cost you, especially in the rain. And here we see Penn State with a chance to really put this to a 3-score game here early on.
Yep. If only he
can make a pick. One out left, nobody home. He's just going to keep it with him. He's got the sideline and just kind of steps out of bounds, doesn't take the hit there.
That's logical. That's logical football right there. Roll out, no one's there, run up the field. That's all you need to do. That is all you need to do.
Absolutely. There wasn't a lot of traffic there. You had green skies, didn't take the hit to cough up the football, and now we got 1st and goal right inside the 10, about the 9-yard line. No chance to the first down, so he's got to put it in the end zone, and Baker has a chance to maybe stop him to a field goal here. We know it's difficult to get these inside the 10-yard touchdowns a lot of times.
You're right.
Emigs rolls out, not a lot there, holds it.
That looks like a dot.
That is a touchdown. Fits it in between 2 guys. Emigs on the rollout, set his feet, squared his shoulders, zoomed it in there.
That was a very tough pass to make.
A little bit of a gamble, but fits it in there somehow. Wow, I don't know if that got in there, but it did.
Hardcore is a magician. Call him Houdini. Damn it. Look how he got that ball up there.
20-0. Hardcore gets the ball in the second half is another key to this. So if you're Baker, you were getting things rolling there. So now you've got to march down and get a touchdown here.
Yeah, you have to make a move right now. Don't let it get. I mean, 20 is still reachable. We've seen it before. He just has to hold his water and make some plays. Make logical plays.
Yeah, nothing going again for Fleming. It's almost you might want to start down on the ball at this point. He's just getting a chance to return. Not only out to the 14 this time. He hasn't made it past the 20, I don't think, on any of these kickoff returns. So a long way to go with 3:39 left in the half, Stokes.
Yeah, again, you don't need to get all the one play right now. Pick your poison and go with it. Great job. Okay. I'd go hurry up. I don't see anybody throwing outs right now. I don't see anybody throwing those quick outs. That means that's just a small running play right there to me. But everybody loves throwing those deep corner routes. And those, if you're a good user, you'll get picked off.
Absolutely, and we haven't seen them. We've seen them use the curls a lot today, and we've seen that kind of all season. Here we go, Drew Lock rolling out on the 2nd and 8. Find a little bit of space here. It's going to keep it. It's another fumble with Fields, Drew Lock. That's not what he needed. Just too much running right now. With
yeah. Again, let your running backs run the ball. If you are a quarterback, any quarterback in the league, if you're not, built for running, I'm sorry, you're going to fumble the ball. You don't have the hands for it.
Yeah, especially in this rain right now. And there we see a quick route again to Peacock. He breaks the tackle. Great stick move there to break the tackle, and it's going to be another first down throw for Penn State. And this is really starting to get out of hand. Stokes.
It is getting out of hand now. It is. Now he has to make a stop. He has got to make a stop. He needs one. Some type of turnover will have to happen right now. The rage is real.
Absolutely. It's going to be Naki Jordan trying to get on the edge. Good containment there. Nowhere to go. Only a 1-yard pickup on first down. So he's done a pretty decent job of stopping this running game. It's really been the pass game now that's kicked in for Penn State, and especially Peacock on the outside.
Definitely. And that's why I think he should kind of change up who he's using and fix that. Use the safety, sit back, and patrol the line, that 10-yard line marker. Patrol that to see if anything comes your way. Let your D-line get in there because they can't get in there.
Absolutely.
Watch for Jordan straight up the gut.
Kind of rolling down. It's going to be another left rollout. Nobody home for
no one's there.
He makes plenty of time to get to the end zone, and that's exactly what it's going to do. Read the defense perfectly. Got him in man. Nobody.
That was a doctored play by Mr. Hardcore. He sent guys out there to run, thinking he was going to pass. He wasn't going to pass at all on that run.
No, I mean he rolled out to the left again. That's the second time in 2 possessions we've seen him do it, and it's just been nothing but green grass. So 27-0. Baker still not able to get anything offensively going. 2 fumbles, and that have just kind of been heartbreakers these last 2 drives. He had one going 2 drives ago. Fleming, once again, he's going to take it out deep in the end zone, and just not a lot going there again on the return. And then to pick up another one on the last drive early on, especially when he had a little bit of room, but kind of stuck in the mud offensively, which is a little bit surprising. First, maybe the second time we've seen him struggle offensively. The other one I'm thinking is Stoner, and Clemson really held him down offensively, and we're seeing something similar here tonight.
Again, I'm telling you, he's got to change. He's got to change his play call. The options or the rollouts are just not working for him.
Yeah, I feel like he's maybe getting a little bit too happy to roll out to the right. We talked about him moving away from that tendency, right? And it feels like he's kind of getting right back into that tendency almost. If his first read isn't there, he's just automatically rolling to the right.
Ooh, he ran right into that defense right there. He just ran right into that.
Yeah, now it's going to be 3rd and 17 for Baker. Things aren't looking any better. Ball at his own 12.
But again, I mean, this is me. If I see a pass coverage, 3 down linemen, I'm going to challenge their lineman. And if he's using whatever, run away from it. Take a time, pause, and see where you're at, and then go. Because right now, passing is not working for him. And there he is, another sack.
It's going to be another throw, and it's another sack, 4th and 25. Penn State's going to call another timeout, try to get another touchdown here, and get the ball at halftime. So he's trying to put the nail in the coffin early here, completely get Baker out of this game and end it early and start running clock in the second half and call it a weekend.
He's going to start popping drinks really early.
Yeah. We might have started late, but we might end early here with Nike Jordan on the turn and close to the 30-yard line, just outside, maybe to the 32 with 1:38 left. Plenty of time to get a score here for Penn State. They're going to mark it at the 31, 1st and 10. 27-0, Hardcore in Penn State. So we talked about it would either be a close game or a blowout for Hardcore. Right now, we're seeing a blowout for Hardcore. But we talked about this also, Stokes. What did we see in the championship game? It looked like it was out of hand. No way Baker could get back in it. Things changed in the second half. He was able to move the ball and score. Hardcore went a little bit more conservative, and I think that's why we're trying to see him put the foot on the pedal.
Yep.
And we see that with a deep throw to Peacock, and this was going to fall incomplete, close to an interception.
That was a salt in the wound throw right there. He had the open field right there. He has tons of time. He wanted to just put that in his mouth and stuff it because he can. He has a lead. He's going to take risks. Why not? You're up 27-0. Why not take a risk? If he throws a pick, oh well, he throws a pick. We'll see. Here we go. And he's going to utilize these curls really, really good now.
Yeah, and he's going to see if it's there. Temper it down. Peacock again having a huge day. Breaks the tackle. It's going to be in the end zone. If he was trying to think about getting a touchdown on that one, took his shot, didn't take it. Maybe then just trying to chip it away and ensure that he gets a field goal. But instead, Peacock breaks another tackle.
Conservative. I think he really needs to change to conservative right now because these guys are not blocking. They're not tackling at all. So he has to change it up, or he will. It will look ugly. It will look ugly in the end of this. Nice, bringing it out again, running. Oh, beautiful. All right, got to the 24, I believe. Yeah, looks like to the 24-yard line. 34-0. I do believe he still has another half. I mean, again, but again, it's hard to come back against a man like Hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, this is an almost unsurmountable hill to climb now. 34-0. You had your shot when it was 13-0. You fumble the ball, and it's just gone downhill from there. Now we see a first down run, nothing going. Ball at the 23, only a minute left. Maybe just trying to get out of the half.
Exactly.
Baker's stream is down at this point, so I don't really know what to think about that. He might just be trying to get out of Dodge here and move on.
And I've been there before. I've been in blowouts. It's like, you know what? It's the second quarter. It's a wrap. It's time to work on things that I might need to go in the next game. So that's what I would be doing right now. And hopefully he's not too overwhelming. He is playing again, one of the best guys in the game right now. So if he can just work on things for the next game right now, he probably could save face. I mean, why not?
Absolutely. And insult to injury as he's trying to run the clock out here. He's going to get a delay of game. 3rd and 14, ball at the 19-yard line. Just not a lot going right for Baker at this point.
Nothing. Still kind of shocked. But I mean, it's hardcore, so it's not really shocked, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to say anything is shocking when it comes to a hardcore blowout, right? I mean it's become kind of something that we expect early on. I think probably we're going to see as I'm looking at Hardcore Stream here, he's starting to make the substitutions, get the starters out, and get these other guys some time. So, what do you think, Stokes? We had a little bit of time to talk about it there as in a blowout, but
all I can say is the champ for a reason. He found a weakness and just kept on going with it. I mean, he did get a few lucky breaks. So Baker did dig himself a bit grave by running with the QB continuously without, changing it up. And we're already in the second half, it looks like.
Yeah, I think these guys aren't. I think Baker especially probably doesn't want to give us any breathing room. He just wants to get this 14 minutes done.
Yeah, he's in that Corvette. He's ready to go.
Yeah, and just move on to conference play, and that's kind of what he talked about this week in our show. We interviewed both of these guys, and Baker kind of said it. This isn't the end all be all. It would have been nice to get this game right and kind of get that measuring stick kind of game. But the simple fact is, he's got a lot of guys he hasn't played before in the league, especially in his conference, that he's got to take care of. So even with him dropping this game, it's not catastrophic. We talked about that before the game started. Like, when conference plays, those are the ones you've got to get later on.
Very true. Very true.
And it's going to be Ford on the run here as we see the backups getting some time. So
they're not
going to be any crazy stats today for Penn State. It's just going to be a good solid half and get these guys out.
Yeah, a good solid ass whooping, a team win. Not even, it's not about individuals right here.
It was good, man.
Again, I don't know if Baker is changing any of his coaching adjustments, but he should have, because these guys are not tackling at all. He needs to. I mean, he needs to start working on some stuff right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be Skeeter on the outside, and there we see these guys going back and forth.
Hey, John, how are you doing? Are you not on the call tonight? Who's on the call?
Getting the edge there, as we've seen. So 5:40 left. 5:54 left. Ball in the
5:54 left in the third. He's bringing down the time already. He's already chewing the clock, which is smart. It's a respect thing, I think. That's good sportsmanship. Don't need to drag it out. He has nothing else to prove.
Yeah, it's going to be Skeeter getting a lot of the runs here in the second half. Naki Jordan even down. It's going to be 2 and 1, a second and 1, 2 and 1. I don't know what I'm talking about. Second and 1. 5:14 left here. Ball at the 34 now. So even with the backups in, he's moving the ball pretty easily here, Stokes.
I'm honestly, it's what I'm seeing the front that he's bringing out there. It's not meant for challenging Penn State. I would bring a bigger front. Go 4-3. I mean, why not? Everybody loves to sit in that pass coverage. I don't think he's going to be passing the ball anymore. He's going to be running that ball rest of the night.
And you almost wonder if he just doesn't have that in his defensive formations, right? Like he's running this 3-5, and that's what he's got. He doesn't have anything with
always have everything, unless again, he's ideal or amazing with that 3-3-5 or whatnot. Look at that again, just boom. Oh my goodness!
And the quarterback kind of falls out and gets run over.
Good God.
That's over 350 yards of total offense, just in complete control, even with the backups. I think we've seen Baker kind of throw in the towel here, and
pretty much
just all run it right down his throat. 41-0 now for Hardcore in this Penn State team.
This is a.
Well, anyway, I had a really good day.
All right, so it's going to be Fleming on the receiving end again, and Baker's going to take it out. Gets a little bit of room. This time he gets to the edge. First time tonight, now to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. There is a flag down at the flag.
Is there a flag?
See if this comes back. I think there might have been a flag.
Clipping.
And it is. It's going to be clipping, and that's going to move the ball way back on. So even when he finally gets a good return, doesn't do any good. So.
Probably taking guys out. Yeah, I would say you're all in bed.
Wow.
Just a little bit of changes.
The thing is, if Baker didn't have any bad luck right now, he'd have no luck at all. This is horrible. I mean, the fumbles, the penalties. That was a great run, and he has to go back for a clipping call. Man, what else can you do? What else can you do?
Absolutely.
Crazy. But here we go. Try to finish off strong. Again, run that ball. Look at the shift. You see the shift there? Go to the other side. Oh, bam.
Just gets in the backfield, and that's going to be LeVar Arrington, a little old school throwback player.
Oh, wow, LeVar Arrington. My goodness.
With the negative tackle for loss there. So 2nd and 13 ball at the 6-yard line now for Ohio State.
Wow.
So Stokes, who is going to challenge this man? We've just seen him. Drizzy get close with a 10-point game. That's as close as we've seen all year.
Well, again, the dark horse I say is Uncle Sam's Rejects, but I mean this is all new. He's been playing a lot of user to CPU games, and this is a whole different beast. So that's my only pick right now. But again, I need to study some more players. There are some new guys out there. The new guys are in there that are probably just getting the feel of playing user games on a regular basis. So who knows? Because there's a lot of Kaz. I mean, he's a regular NCAA player, but he plays a lot of the CPU games. So playing users might change the way he calls plays, and you never know. He might pull out a win on another guy. Look at Chuck. Chuck did it on Yofi out of nowhere. This man played balls out and beat a top player. And we know Chuck is not really top tier, but he plays every single game the best as he can. And man, that was a great game to watch. I was excited. I was happy for him. Everybody was happy for him because, I mean, it wasn't expected. But hey, he got it done. So again, anybody can beat a top guy. It's called Eddie Given Sunday. I mean, you just don't give up. That's all.
Absolutely. I think Uncle Sam is definitely one of those guys. Stoner's having one of those kind of years. We kind of talked about that, especially that's huge for their conference. Week 12, that game comes up. It could be a challenge. So that game is next week, right? So Uncle Sam Hardcore is next week. So that's one to put on the calendar. Could we see Hardcore in another game of the week? We mark this one the game of the week, and we see how it's turned out. So
right.
It's a big bomb there. So finally some luck from Drew Lock on that roll out to the right. So some things maybe now moving for Ohio State to get on the board. I agree with that. We've seen Onk have some good games. We've seen now a couple of guys start to pick it up. St. Breeze has dropped his first game, but he's looked good the last couple of weeks, has picked up some big wins. And so he's looking good with that Oklahoma State team now and is in good position after this week. We kind of look at those standings again. This is what we talked about as we're going to see Baker drop to 3-2 now in the conference. But that Big Ten is wide open for sure.
It is. It is definitely wide open. Anything can happen. Anybody can take the lead horse and just run away with it. So again, it's still early. It is definitely still early. There's a ton of good games. There's going to be a ton of good matchups, and there's going to be a ton of upsets. You'll see. I mean, I don't doubt there's going to be some serious upsets with some games later in the season.
Absolutely.
Now, my question here, Rob, is John Rob, is anybody taking scouting and recruiting seriously? This is not just a player league and we restart. No, we are building programs here. So is anybody building a program?
Yeah, I think we've kind of seen that, unfortunately, right now for everybody else. Penn State setting number 1 overall. We can catch that recruiting update with the big board with E-Migs each Wednesday night. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch that this week, but that's always a great showing. We've seen guys make some grounds there. Baker has had a pretty good recruiting class thus far. Penn State's had a pretty good one. Yofi's missed out on some big guys early on. Can he make some movement there? Thrizzy had a pretty good recruiting class going. So who can find those gems and things like that in there for these lower tier programs? These 3-stars that are really 4 and 4s that are really 5s. And we'll see as the season goes on for sure.
Yep, you gotta take a risk. You gotta find what you need, and you have to go dig deep with it. Yes, a lot of people will go scout athletes, but I mean, if your program's not top tier, don't try to put your hand in that pot. Go for something. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Pick what is there for you, and see what they can do for you for next season. We got points on the board there.
We got points on the board for Baker.
Points on the board.
And didn't quite get that third down, but was able to kick a pretty lengthy field goal there in the rain, and it's not going to be a shutout for Penn State. He made him earn it, those 3 points, but he got them, and it's 41-3 here, 6:22 to go in the game.
That is a win.
And he's just going to kick that one out of bounds away from a chance to return.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah, as we can kind of run out the clock here, guys. Next week we talked about it. We haven't got any times or anything yet. We'll be settling that in the next few days. You've got Uncle Sam and Hardcore, so that's Texas versus Penn State next week. You've got Rocky Top and Stoner Gamer. You've got Bakervision here taking on Chuck in Missouri. You've got Yofi and Notre Dame taking on D's Diabetes in South Carolina. That could be a big one to see who can get off the kind of slide there, as they're both on a 2-game losing streak. Nasty Natty takes on a newer member of the G12, St. Breezes and Oklahoma State, to round it out. So some good games next week, and an opportunity to see some great ones again in Week 8.
It's going to be interesting. Again, it's when the pedal hits the rubber hits the road. This is when you start seeing who is actually, in it for the long haul. Yes, everybody has some weird starts, but again, like you said before, the conference games are the ones that are important here. And not to mention, like I said before, recruiting is another big part of the game. So again, if you want to, turn things around, turn your program around, stay in your lane. Pick guys that will definitely come to your school and build from the ground up. You might have a bad season first season. Okay. Next season might be yours. You might start 3-0 and you have all these visits and guys signing early. You never know. Right? Rocky Top says these guys, people finally probably going to sign because he's got home games. Perfect.
Yeah, so that's...
If you play well in your home games, you're definitely going to get those guys, right? So...
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. You don't see a lot of signings early. We talked about those guys that were kind of up the top. Hardcore, I didn't catch it this week, unfortunately, guys. So if some of this information is from last week, I do apologize. Penn State was number 1 overall. Ohio State, I believe, was 3 at that time. So that's probably changed a little bit. But the rich get richer a lot of times with these rosters. But like we said, Nasty kind of mentioned in the chat, you got to get those sleeper guys in Cincinnati. Is going to get lit. He hopes, as he's saying in the chat, catching some sleepers and has a chance for sure. And it's going to be sneaker right up the middle, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 here, ball at the 22-yard line. So even with these backups in, Hardcore moving the ball pretty easily on the ground.
Again, Hardcore is a baller. Hardcore is a baller. He's got some game.
What a whip by Skeeter right there.
There you go. We got some game sound now. Here we go.
Yeah.
In the box right now with Coach Hardcore.
This Penn State crowd got loud. Bert, I don't know if he's down there, but
down on the field.
The crowd
right
noise is getting loud, as they say here, as they wrap this thing up, and the backups are making some move. It's going to be Skeeter again. Ball inside the 5-yard line, starting to feel it.
That crowd is loud because they are winning 41-3.
Yeah, and now inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal to go, 2:15 and counting. The clock is running down on conservative clock here with the backups in. It's going to be Skeeter who's getting a heavy dose in the second half, and this is what these guys have to look forward if Nike Jordan moves on. They've got Skeeter to deal with and any guys that he's bringing in.
I do believe again, if a player does well that week, I believe they would come up. I mean, they would get better for the next week. If not, week later, I mean, their attributes will change. I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so they might grab a point or two if they end up having a good game and can, especially things like awareness and things like that, definitely bump up in the attributes.
Right. So I don't think anybody should really worry if they're at the bottom tier. If they start changing their season around, they could possibly build the guys they already have, and in turn have guys who want to come see their program in the near future. Some people's seasons might be done already. Fine, build for next season. It's okay.
Absolutely, you just got to take advantage and keep your nose to the grindstone, right? Keep your shoulder to the plow. Keep plugging away until things turn right. And we're starting to see that, like I said, with a couple of guys maybe who lost some games early. Uncle Sam's reject, obviously, with a different coach, it was kind of behind the 8 ball, but now starting to turn things around. Now he's taking over that Texas team. We've seen, Rocky kind of get off the slide there and get a win and move forward. And the same thing with a lot of these guys. So he's just going to kind of run out the clock here. With Jadavion Code, he's going to lose.
Oh my goodness!
He's just gonna keep going and going. It's still going, guys. This game is still going, and I don't know what Hardcore is doing. But it finally runs out, so it's going to be a final of 41-3. This high-powered Ohio State offense just could never get it going. Turnovers really cost him. And Stokes, tonight, give us your thoughts on this 41-3 victory for Hardcore.
Well, as we saw in the first series for both teams, you knew how this game was going to play out. One scored, one did not. The turning points for me were those turnovers there, actually, by Baker. When he made that first fumble, okay. And then the second one happened, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And it just was just piling, and it didn't sit well. And with Hardcore being so good, he will definitely capitalize on any mistakes you make, be it offense, defense, special teams. And you saw it. It wasn't a spectacular, showing, but at the same time, he got the job done with what he had and what was given to him. So that's what we say there. It's a good game for Hardcore. Hard luck for Baker. How about you, John? What's your insight on this?
Yeah, right. I think it's just it's become expected from week to week at this point, right? Like, it's kind of tough. Stoner kind of put it in the chat. If all I got to do to prove I'm the second best team, just another dominant performance. It went once again well for Coach Hardcore early, and he didn't look back from then on. And it looks like we've got him here for a coach's interview. Coach, welcome. Congratulations on this Friday night victory, 41-3 over a pretty good opponent in Bakervision. But it didn't look like it was too much of a challenge there towards the end of the game. Give us your thoughts on what happened out there tonight.
Hey, guys. Hope you had a really good call. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, first of all, I just want to apologize. I know this week was kind of crazy, and there was a lot going on. And then, of course, we finally play our game, and we had some disconnect early on, but that was on my end, and we got that squared away, thankfully. So I appreciate everyone's patience, all the viewers, and you guys especially for doing this last minute. That was not Baker's best game, obviously. And unfortunately, once you get behind by that much, I mean, there's not much you can do. I'll tell you what, we played really well defensively early on. We still held them to about 2 for 7 on third down. So, especially coming off of the Thrizzy game where we didn't look very good defensively, I'm really proud of how our defense looked today.
I will say this, Hardcore. I don't think you've actually missed a beat since the last few games I've seen, even coming from last season. It just seems like you are a fine-tuned, oiled machine that just keeps on rolling over the competition. Who do you think, other than Thrizzy right now, is there anyone that you see that can probably give you a run for your money to even just come close to beating you?
I still think everybody in this league has an opportunity to beat me.
Mm-hmm. I did state that. I did say that. It is any given Sunday. Anybody can win. But again, based on the competition right now, who do you think gives you a bit of a shake when it comes to that matchup?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got Uncle Sam this next week here, and he's got some pretty good stick skills. So I tell you what, all focus is on him. I think he's gonna come out and prove people that he can play a little bit, and he's done really well so far. I believe he's 2-0 since he's joined. So he's undefeated in the G12 just like me. So he's the next opponent up, and he definitely can take care of business.
Okay.
So let's talk about it. We kind of talked about this on the weekly show, just your ability to convert on third down, convert in the red zone. We saw that again today, 4 for 5 on third down. Throw out that one last red zone where you got there and then kind of goofed around, and we're just kind of run out the clock there. So really 5 for 5 if you wanted to be on serious red zone attempts. Right. How are you continuing to be so successful on third down and in the red zone each week?
I think you're as good as you are on second down when it comes to third down. So you have a good second down play. It usually leads to some pretty good success on third down. I think we had a really good second downs in this game. I think we had really good second downs against Thrizzy. So just setting yourself up to have a chance on third down, especially if you lose yards on first down. And then, it's a little bit of luck. I mean, not going to lie. I mean, sometimes you get a little bit lucky. Sometimes you make a play. I mean, when Mikey Jordan runs up the gut on a 3rd and 8 and he picks up a first down and after he breaks 3 tackles, that's pretty sweet when that happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a little bit of luck, and it's a little bit of preparing yourself, giving yourself an opportunity for lucky things to happen, so to say.
Definitely. It was a pleasure to watch, for sure. We look forward to watching that big game for next week. You and Uncle Sam's Reject, the 5-0 Penn State squad versus Uncle Sam's Texas squad. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about that blocked field goal by Bakervision? That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Hey, I said, we thought because of that it was going to be a change of the guard, kind of a hype in the whole momentum there to change things up. Because I've never seen one in NCAA ever. I've seen it in Madden, but I've never seen a block kick in NCAA, and that was shocking.
Yeah, that was pretty. I hadn't either. That was impressive.
That guy tore off the edge for sure.
Yeah, he did. And Baker's a lot better than this game shows, and I think everyone knows that. But but I appreciate you guys. Looking forward to next week and just kind of inching along here, baby.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck Coach. For the rest of the season.
Hey, thank you, Stokes. Hey, nice seeing you back in the booth, baby.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye, John.
Good night. So, yeah, guys. So, thanks again for joining us tonight. Sorry we didn't have that close matchup for the game of the week that we were hoping for, right? But we're going to, looks like raid Hardcore, but I think Hardcore might be getting off, Bert, to be honest. But he might send us somewhere. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. I'll raid someone after that. That's totally fine. Okay.
That's cool. So that's what we'll do because I know you're going to finish up some things there with the week. So we'll send you over to Hardcore. Any final thoughts there, Stokes, real quick?
I'm just excited to see the rest of the season play off. I've got my mojo back. I'm in the booth. I'm ready to call some games, to watch some football. You know me. I'll be ready. I'll be bringing that energy every single time I'm on this mic.
It's good to have you back, my man. It's great to have you back in the booth for sure. Great to call a game with you. We missed you for sure, bringing the heat. We got lots of guys on calls now, and you're definitely a key piece to that. So we'll catch you next time. Look out for those times for next week. Also, G12 Weekly should be going on as planned. Just check the Discord.